Golden Doves, class 197. We're on page 118. Semiotic and semantic reading. Interesting. What's the difference between semiotic reading and semantic reading? The rabbis cited at the head of this chapter taught that in the theophany at Sinai, the Israelites were privileged to bypass speech and have the oraculum transmit directly to them the thought in the mind of God. That's very interesting, because remember we said the Midrash and Shira Shirim Rabbah, where it brings Toreh Zahav im Nekudot HaKasef, and it says, golden doves, Toreh Zahav Naseh Lach, that's the Torah that the Oraculum taught in the mind of the Almighty. So there's a Torah in the mind of the Almighty, and the Oraculum teaches this Torah to Am Yisrael. Right? So it's almost like there was a direct transmission of the Torah to the Jewish people, and it bypassed a speech, according to the Midrash. At Sinai, each Israelite apprehended the golden doves without the silver dots, right? That was very interesting. So there was a type of communication that was a meta communication, meta language, above language in that sense, right? According to Jewish later generations, however, needed the silver dots, language. So later on, we needed language to process the golden doves. According to Jewish tradition, the collective experience of the people at Sinai, the miracles in Egypt, and the wandering in the desert are intuitively known to their posterity. So now, this entire series of events, starting with Yetziat Mitzrayim and the Nisim of Yetziat Mitzrayim, the miracles, then the theophany at Sinai, where God transmits to the Jewish people the Torah in some sort of meta language, where the oraculum is directly transmitting the Torah to the minds of the Jewish people. And then there was the Arba'im Shana B'Midbar, the 40 years wandering in the desert. So these, this experience, so to speak, these experiences, so to speak, imprinted themselves in the neshamot of the Jewish people. The correct word would be like an epigenetic experience. Right? There is no need to prove or demonstrate the validity of this experience to any of their descendants. We don't need to prove Muhammad al-Sinai because we feel it intuitively, right? It's important to note, like, a baby intuitively feels attached to its mother. A mother intuitively feels attached to its baby. Do we say that intuitive knowledge is not scientific knowledge and therefore it should be rejected? No. In the natural world, there are many cases of intuitive knowledge. A bee intuitively knows how to make honey. Do we reject it, therefore? No. So, because I know scientists like, oh, science, it's only science and nothing else. Well, not everything is subject to science, right? So, intuitive knowledge is a type of knowledge. It's a very important point. So, can we scientifically prove Muhammad al-Sinai? Well, you probably can't scientifically prove any historical event 1,000 or 2,000 years after it happened to scientifically prove the event. But intuitive knowledge is a type of knowledge. So Rabbi David Nieto explaining that the purpose of miracles is not to promote some article of faith, noted, neither those who witness the miracles, nor we have the need for miracles to demonstrate a truth which is rooted among us without any hesitation or doubt. We don't need a miracle to prove to be the Torah. You know, people want miracles. They say, oh, this rabbi did a miracle. It's okay, whatever, it's nice, but it's not relevant. You know, a rabbi doing a miracle is not going to make me believe more or less in God. If somebody came down and did a miracle, great. I'd be very impressed and happy. I'm not against miracles. I'm just saying that that's the basis of our belief is not miracles. A truth which is fixed in the most intimate place of our hearts, and that's the intuitive knowledge of God, says it would be David Nieto. Maimonides and others considered this intuitive knowledge a phylogenetic trait of the Jewish people. I think he meant epigenetic. I believe. I could be wrong. Concerning the experience at Sinai, Maimonides wrote, "Therefore, let it be known that whoever departs from the faith that was given at that awesome testimony, the theophany at Sinai, his ancestors have not stood at the foot of Mount Sinai." Very simple, right? So if you don't believe in Ma'amad al Sinai, says Rambam in Igeret Taman, כנראה that אבותיך לא היו בעל סיני. The function of studying the Torah and acquiring wisdom, so fundamental in Jewish tradition, is to articulate the silver dots, the intuitive knowledge accumulated by the people of Israel. So we want to study Torah so that we can articulate the silver dots of the Torah through the study of the Torah. Because we process the Torah into human language. That processing of the Torah into human language is the silver dots. The plural, we. In golden doves, we shall make for you with silver dots. Toreh zahav na'aselach. We shall make the Toreh zahav. Includes not only God, the originator of the Oraculum, but also the people who received it, implying therefore an active participation of the people in the manufacturing of the golden doves and silver dots. So we manufacture the golden doves together with God, and as much as God, so to speak, penetrates our mind with the message of the Torah, the Oraculum, and then that's the golden doves. And then we articulate that message of the Torah through repeating the Torah, through saying the Torah, and that's the silver dots. Okay, we'll stop here.